All right, welcome to the Sports Reverends podcast. I'm joined with my co-host Drew Martin, and I'm also joined with my big bro, the coach, who loves the numbers and the analytics, and he brings our, I guess, the flavor, we'll say. And myself, my name's Dan Chandran, and we love sports. And how you guys doing? How you doing, Drew?
Am I allowed to talk now?
Yes. And you sound great.
I'm doing good.
Good. How about you, Coach?
I'm a little embarrassed you said our last name wrong.
How did I
don't
say
know
your
what to do
last
with you.
name wrong?
You guys are going to listen to the tape, but comment section, please let them know you said it wrong. I'm great, though. I'm great. It's Wednesday. We're in the T-dot. There's no snow. Let's go.
Let's go. Well, the way we start with the Sports Reverends quick hitter news. So let's get into it. The sports around the world. First things first, the Americans crushed the Europeans in the Ryder Cup 19-9. Largest margin of victory in the Ryder Cup history.
The captain of the Legion of Boom, Richard Sherman, signs with the Bucks.
Marcus Semien has hit the most home runs for a second baseman, I believe 44.
Manny Pacquiao retires from boxing, I believe again.
and Josh Gordon, he's back again, and he signs with the Kansas City Chiefs. Before we go anywhere else, will he stay back? Let's hear a word from our sponsors. And I guess I'm up first for that. I'm wearing our sponsors right here, our One Bone shirt. And someone's got mad at me because apparently it's not my turn to do commercial. So I don't care. I'm talking about it because One Bone just came out with pants as well, and you can save 15% if you use the code SportsRevs15. SportsRevs15. I'm telling you, it's the best shirts, sweaters, long sleeves, waffle weave that you will ever put on your body. It's not just for big guys. It's for all, big, tall, and all. So yeah, even you. Jordan jeans, like, you fit it too, man. They got sizes for everybody. So check it out, onebone.com, or you can check it out at thesportsreverends.com and see all of our sponsorships there. Let's get into it. We're getting the NFL Week 4, and I would say, fellas, we kind of been following the storyline all of last season, and now they're heading to head-to-head game versus Brady versus Belichick, and Brady's going to Foxborough. I'll throw it to you guys first. Let's hear your thoughts. Are you guys excited? You think it's going to be a good game? Is this actually the most anticipated game in NFL history, as some are saying?
No, it's going to be a terrible game. The Bucks are just a far superior team than most teams in the NFL, and this is sort of a tired storyline, I think, with Belichick and Brady. I think everyone has sort of acknowledged, like, I didn't want to acknowledge it either. I fought against this a lot last year, that Belichick was actually doing a better job. But yeah, Brady's not human. So
No.
yeah, I probably won't even watch this game.
Wow.
The Bucks are just too good.
I'm interested to see the first series that Brady steps on the field, right? It's his first time coming back. He's either going to go out there and just destroy because he knows it so well, or he's going to have a bit of an emotional aspect to him, and it's going to might be a short series. Now, I agree with Drew. I think the Bucs will blow him out. I don't think Mac Jones can live up to the pressure in this game, unfortunately. I also don't think, yeah, you're right. I think, Drew, you nailed it on the head. It's a tired storyline. With Brady winning the Super Bowl, it just kind of puts a stamp on his legacy.
You guys are such Debbies. Like, this is the beautiful romance of the NFL, where Brady is going to his ex-girlfriend's place, and he's going to look as beautiful as possible, and he's gonna come out like coming for blood to destroy the Patriots. Not only Brady, Gronk too, and
that's just how Tom Brady treats every football game, though. Like it's not going to be. You have to be human to have emotions. He's not going to have any emotions coming into this game.
So you don't think what the Patriots are going to put on the best slideshow ever, the most romantic and uplifting thing? You don't think it's going to affect him at all? Like all that history there. And
I don't think he'll watch the screen.
Come on. Yes, he will. He's got to. If I'm the Patriots, I'm trying to butter him up as best as I can, get him emotional, and that will give him a shot.
I think Gronk gets more emotional than Brady.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Well, he would. That's just regardless. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's pumped up or if he's crying. You don't think Brady or Belichick will shed a tear?
No, not at all. Why would you cry about it?
Well, it's just like they're the greatest.
It's not though. It's not.
Like,
it's not an emotional.
They're not gonna shed a tear to each other.
Maybe not to each other, but like when they do you think they'll like hug, or they're gonna at the beginning of the game or at the end?
Brady left because of Belichick.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would he hug him?
Well, because your
whole ex-girlfriend analogy is so strange here, because ex-girlfriend romance coming for blood, and now they want to hug at the end of this. Like, no.
Well, because you gotta act like you've been there. It's like
Brady. If you're taking his girlfriend analogy, Brady just got married to like a supermodel, which he did in real life, by winning the Super Bowl. So he's like already won. So like he's gonna go to his ex-girlfriend's place, flash the ring, and be like, boom, see you later.
I think it's more like Gladiator when Russell Crowe comes back.
I think it's apt. That's an apt comparison.
Yeah.
I think you're wrong on this one, Daniel. I think you're
okay,
wrong.
Well, what about this? Does the Patriots... What can the Patriots do to win this game?
Nothing.
The only thing they can do is control the clock. And that's it. Like, we all know Brady can score in like 10 seconds, sure. But like the best chance they have is to just control the clock, eat time, and hope they score a touchdown instead of a field goal. They got to turn into a slugfest. That's the only way I see this changing.
Okay. Well, Coach, you lead us the next way here. This is your. I guess both. This is both of you guys. Both of you guys.
I was super surprised by this game. I thought the Packers would blow out the Niners, and it looked like that for the first half. I was surprised that the Packers. I was more surprised that San Francisco's offense got rolling than the Packers' inability to stop them. But I was extremely surprised that San Francisco caved in that last drive. Like it was like varsity versus JV. It was ridiculous. And yeah, it was the guys got under 40 seconds to score. Okay, your defense is supposed to be a vaunted defense, supposed to be strong.
They played incredible defense. Aaron Rodgers just played perfect football, and you could not cover those throws that he made. It was incredible.
Pressure, I don't know. Look, end of the day, I'm always going to blame the defense when they can't stop you in 40 seconds. You got time on your side. The refs, we'll leave the refs out of it. But time on your side, you get to be more aggressive. You just got to stop the guys. Yes, we all know great offense beats good defense, right? That's the story. But in this case, it shouldn't have happened. Maybe I'm just a bitter Niners fan.
Give it to Drew.
The Packers are becoming the kings of making games closer than they need to be. Like they were losing to Detroit at halftime.
Yeah. I get that.
And this game shouldn't have been this close. They should have had the game locked by the fourth quarter. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers finally had a come from behind win. He doesn't do that very often, actually. So it was good to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought there should have been, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I thought there should have been a targeting the head penalty on that hit on Adams.
Yeah,
Like, that was ridiculous. So
for him to bounce back up, like that's
Wow.
incredible. I thought he died.
You gotta wonder if he's got some CTE going on for sure.
Yeah,
because that was nuts.
I do like the fact that I know Adams still got 12 receptions, 132 yards, but I like that Aaron was spreading the ball around, got some different receivers involved.
Yeah.
Because we're going to need that going forward when you face teams that have a lockdown corner that can just shadow Adams. So it's good to see 7-8 receivers get receptions. So like
Green Bay's like their defense actually looked good. And they're both O-line and D-line looked pretty good too. Like usually they get bullied, right? But they were physical. They were like nasty on the line. And so Green Bay looks like a well-oiled machine now. From especially compared to like week 1 to now, it's like wow. They look like a contender.
They're still missing their best player on either side of the ball.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like they're missing Bakhtiari and they're missing Zadarius Smith. So
yeah.
And the question is, can they put together for 4 quarters straight?
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. If they can, they're gonna tear up the NFC, right? So
it's kind of like the measuring stick right now for them is obviously the Bucs, right? Like, and now that they have a lockdown corner, I forget his name, but he's really good.
Jair Alexander.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the league, if not the best. And so he can like neutralize one of the top of the Bucs guys, right? It just they're pretty primed to beat a team like the Bucs. And if you remember, they were 10 points ahead going to the fourth against the Bucs last year in the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. And the Bucs came back and won. So they had them on the ropes. So you never know. Never know.
It's wild times. Wild times in the NFL. But still the same teams come to the cream of the crop.
Are you guys hyped on the 49ers like many analysts? I am not at all. No. I know Joel is put the fans thing aside.
I'm a realist when it comes to my teams, and you're getting average at best quarterback play with Garoppolo. The defense has slipped a little bit. So in that division, it's still Seattle on top. Arizona is making a huge push, right? So, and the Rams are great.
Oh yeah, Rams.
So
best division in football.
In my opinion, I expect them to finish 3rd or 4th in that division. Really,
Yeah.
So, I am a bit perturbed by the amount of analysts picking the Niners, because they haven't shown it since that run to the Super Bowl. It's been a lot of things have been predicated on potential and guys got hurt, whatever. It comes to a point where you got to get past that and say they are who they are, right? They're a flawed football team. They have some gaps, and maybe the rookie quarterback is the answer. But at 2-1.
Garoppolo's playing good, man. Garoppolo, like
good, but it's consistency, right? It's consistency. It's when you look at the best teams in the NFL, they get consistent quarterback play in week in, week out.
Save your rookie thought, because we're going to talk about that in a bit.
I know.
We'll go from the best division in football to, a lot would say the worst. Some would say the second worst. But how about them Cowboys? Come on now. Are you guys ready? To at least acknowledge that they are a playoff, like a real playoff team, if they even weren't in the NFC East.
No.
You guys are still, done with don't think the Cowboys are real at all.
Look, they're going to win the division.
Come on, get real. Get real, guys. Micah Parsons is incredible, okay? He's a stud. He's an absolute stud. And they were missing like 5 to 6 guys on defense because of COVID and or injury, or there was also a suspension because of substance abuse or whatever, something like that, PEDs. And so that's still like a core of their defense wasn't even there. I'm just saying someone needs to give Dan Quinn like just a whole ton of something, because that just compare their defense to what they were from last year. They were historically bad to now. It's very, very cool to see that. And their worst coach right now is probably what's his face, or head coach McCarthy.
McCarthy? Yeah, he's brutal.
Because he can't manage a clock for anyone's just he can't manage a clock
save his
at all.
own
It's
life. He can't save
terrible.
his own life managing the clock.
But
Drew, why don't you go
yeah.
first on the Why don't just set my brother straight, please?
I just don't understand this team. Like I can't figure out what their identity is. They need to figure out, like, to me, Tony Pollard looks way more explosive than Zeke.
Oh, come on, Zeke looked good last game.
Well, they're playing the Eagles. Like,
you and I would look good against the Eagles. Come on.
No, I wouldn't. I'm terrible. I'm out of shape.
And Amari Cooper still hasn't shown what he can do. Like, who's their top guy? You need to know who the man is in the room. Like, who is it?
I think I agree with you on that. You know when Aaron Rodgers said who he was looking for at the last play, he knew it was Devontae Adams. I think they need to have that for sure with Amari Cooper. But I think they're a well-rounded offense still. I think Kellen Moore is doing a great job. He's called 3 really good games in a row. But
here's the talent's there. We all know the talent is there. But the same thing I said about San Francisco applies to Dallas. It's the inconsistency that's going to kill them. Right? So, yeah, sure.
Where have they been inconsistent?
For the entire span of the Dallas Cowboys, they've been inconsistent. Right?
Yeah.
It's always a lot of potential. It's always a lot of could do this, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But they don't get it done. So,
especially in the last 2.5 decades. I know.
My point
Okay.
is, let's get through the regular season. We're going to assume they're in the playoffs. And let them do some damage in the playoffs first before we get on the bandwagon.
I'll just say it just seems like they have gotten a lot of things right instead of just like hype about getting things right. And I'll just say that. With that being said, let's go to Las Vegas. Derek Carr. How do you guys like? Wow, Raiders are looking really good. And what are we talking about? 3-0?
3-0. That's surprising.
3-0 without Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, that's wild.
And
That's wild.
Who are they playing this week? They are playing
Chargers. Monday nighter.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a real litmus test for them, I think.
That's a game.
A litmus test for both teams, right? So if we get another nail biter like we did with the Ravens, I might call in sick to work on Tuesday. Because it'll be a nice late game, right?
Come on.
It'll be interesting. I've always liked Derek Carr. And he's finally getting kind of the props he deserves. Let's just see how long they can take this, because that division is up for grabs at this moment.
Yeah, I've always liked Derek Carr too. I think he gets disrespected in a lot of when you talk about best QBs. I think he's up there. Some would argue 5 or 6. But you ask most people, how high do you think Derek Carr is? I don't think they'd put them in his top 10.
Yeah.
So,
let alone top 10. Some would put him lower.
Right. When you look at the weapons he's now got, like Ruggs is starting to ball.
Yeah.
Waller is almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like he's really up there with the Kelseys and the Kittles. And he just looks for him all game long. Yeah. And they've got a decent O-line now that's pushing. Like Peyton Barber rushed for over 100 yards. And Miami's defense is for real. So
yeah,
they're a good squad. Yeah. This
game, I think, shouldn't have gone to overtime. Like they should have won in regulation. But I think this will be a close game. And
I think so too. Now, close in the high scoring sense, or close?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it'll be back and forth, and I don't know if the Raiders have the ball last. I think they win because Derek Carr. He's just got something different. Like he plays with that chip on his shoulder because he's always been overlooked, and yeah, he actually. I heard Colin Cowherd compare him to Tony Romo a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because of his fourth quarter accuracy, correct? Like, is this incredible? Well, that's a good talk because Chargers, they're playing the Chargers. Chargers just coming off the win of the Chiefs. Epic win. And So we're going to the Chiefs right now. Chiefs. 1-2. Almost could be 0-3 or could be 2-1. Who knows? What do you guys think? Are the Chiefs in trouble? Is that weird to say? It's so weird to hear that. Are the Chiefs in trouble?
I'm going to stick to what I said last week. They've played a lot of football over the last couple of years. So lose a few games, no big deal. Either they end up in the wild card position, make some noise in the playoffs. I mean, you still got Mahomes, all his weapons. The defense is looking okay. You throw in Smokey and the Bandit over there, and who knows what could happen. It's just a rut.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Well, I think the problem that the Chiefs are having is they're becoming predictable in what they're going to do. Like they cannot run the football. Like
No.
Just terrifying.
And if you don't have a running game in today's NFL, like look at the
Or
top
at least
teams.
the threat of one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have the threat of it. And I think they try to get them in CEH involved in their first or second drive, and if it's not working, they just completely abandon it.
Yeah.
And
Go Andy Reid though, right?
yeah. But, you know, we've seen Andy Reid use running, like when they had Kareem Hunt, like he was involved a lot, and we've been waiting to see that. Like he's good. So I don't know what the problem is. It's sort of like talking about that Eagles-Cowboys game. Miles Sanders rushed the ball 2 times the whole game.
That's bad game planning. That's just terrible. Like Jalen Hurts shouldn't be throwing that much, and maybe that's the same thing for the Chiefs, right? Maybe they need to rely on their run a little bit, trust it, because I don't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is that bad.
No, he's not. And fantasy owners bought in on him, like thinking that he was going to be used, and now this year he's been completely abandoned. So
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's put it that way. If they need to win this week, I think, to kind of put some of those doubts.
This will be a statement game for sure.
Yeah.
Who do they play?
Eagles.
Playing the
Oh
Eagles.
yeah, they're gonna dominate.
But they need to though. They need to really come out sharp and put the league back on notice.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they definitely will. They definitely will. Well, hey, what's next here, boys?
You want to go to commercial number 2?
I wanted you to read that next line.
Oh, the Revs go 3-0 in our picks. Is that what you want us to do?
Hey,
Locks of the week.
Locks of the week was 3-0. And Drew's is definitely going to be a lock.
Okay, explain how it works, Coach.
So we each pick a team or a matchup, and we pick a winner. Simple as that. Last week, Dan picked the Cowboys. Lock. Last week, Drew picked the Jets to lose. Lock. And last week, I picked the Raiders to win. He went 3-0. Do you guys want to pick them again this week? See what we got here?
Oh boy, it's that time. We're picking them.
Yeah, why not? We're right here.
Dibs, Kansas City. Boom.
Picking Kansas City. All right, Drew, what
Lock it
about you?
in.
All right, let's stay on schedule here. Tennessee Titans are going to beat the New York Jets.
Okay, so Drew's gonna pick everyone who's playing the Jets. I'm picking everyone who's playing the rest of the NFC East. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
I'm going Dolphins over Colts. I'm stretching myself. here.
Wow,
Dolphins
Wow.
over Colts. Yep.
that's
Wow, there was so many better options.
I know, but it's not. I gotta have a little bit of excitement in my life here.
maybe because of Brissett, no Tua. Maybe
We'll
no,
see.
I don't like it at all. This is
It's
a
okay.
terrible pick. Okay,
We'll see what
Are you
happens.
sure? You locked it in. It's already locked.
Locked,
Um,
tossed.
all right.
Go.
We're going to another commercial. I guess this one's me again, eh, boys?
Yeah, because you stole mine.
I stole Drew's. Well, let's hear a word from our sponsors. Well, I'm talking about a sponsor that's dear and close to my heart. It's
Near and
called
dear. Come on.
Near and Dear. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sports Rev
Good
Drew.
program.
Near and dear to my heart. It's called Urban Hope. Urban Hope is a kids and youth mentorship program that I run in downtown Toronto. We give opportunities for kids and youth that live in the inner city to have developmental mentorship skills, learn leadership skills, and put those into action. and they get to grow with each other. My brother, the coach, is now joined in on the team as well. He is joined as our the coach of our Urban Hope basketball program that we are starting. We're creating a program that gives a lot of these students that have some very good skills an opportunity to play in the district level, which they probably couldn't prior to this. So this is a pretty cool opportunity. If you're able to support in any way, you can do so by going to the sportsreverends.com. You can donate through that way, and we appreciate all your help, and we're excited to see what's to come for all these students. All right, and we're back. Now this should be Joel, or the coach, saying this because he's the eldest, but I'm going to introduce this as the way that is as fitting, because I'm putting on my old grumpy man for this part of the conversation. The NFL has this new phenomena of starting all these rookie quarterbacks, and we've seen this through the first 3 weeks that it's just not a good idea. I think if you are a rookie, you need to sit behind someone for at least a year. For some of them, it has to be more than a year. I think for someone like Jordan Love in the Packers, this is a great situation for him to sit another year, because he seems to have a lot of talent, but he wouldn't be ready to play the games now. It's like these rookie quarterbacks are playing a totally different game than these veterans. And so I'm putting on that old grumpy man and saying, hey, let the young ones learn first before they get in the game. I'll throw it to you guys.
Now, most of the time, you'd be right with that take.
Oh, I'm right.
Agree with you, and I would agree with you. However, more and more guys are coming ready to go, right? Like, you look at Trevor Lawrence's situation. That team is garbage. The whole team's garbage, right? Mac Jones kind of has the best situation to think about out of all of them. But like, you put Trevor Lawrence in his shoes, that Patriots team is significantly better. Now, I do think I did like.
Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it.
Did like what Chicago was doing.
No, you didn't.
I did, because they kept him on the sidelines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then when Dalton went down, like, he was their only choice.
No,
right? Like,
they have Nick Foles, a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Nick who? Like, there's got to be a reason why he's not playing. Like, how did Andy Dalton beat him out for a spot? Right?
I don't know.
So there's got to be.
Well, Andy Dalton's not that terrible.
But like, he's not that great. He's past his prime. So usually, Daniel, I would be like 100% on board with you. I just think you got to take it player by player. And the teams that this year rushed their guys in, we're seeing the effects of that.
It's just so tough, because if you're going to be a top quarterback pick, your team sucks. Like, that's just how it goes. The best situations to go to is, if we look down the line, is being a late first round quarterback and sit your first year. That's what we saw with Mahomes, with Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers, with Brett Favre. He even sat a couple years. Like, I think the best quarterbacks don't get thrown in. I think the best we've seen in the last few years,
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
He broke all the records and went 6-9.
Yeah, but he wasn't even slated. He only started because of injury.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor got punctured in the lung.
Like, I just don't think it's a smart move. Like, especially Zach Wilson, who is not very good to begin with. Like, I just don't see what everyone's all hyped about with Zach Wilson. I think ever since Russell Wilson came into the league as this smaller guy who could run around and make plays, everyone's looking for Russell Wilson, but everyone forgets that he was not a top draft pick. Like, this is not the quarterback you're traditionally looking for. Trevor Lawrence looks the part. He's been terrible, but his team is also terrible. And yeah, but you know what? That team is not too far removed from making a. Did they go to the Super Bowl that year?
Ooh.
That year with Blake Bortles?
No.
It wasn't the Super Bowl.
I think they did.
No.
It's a quick Google check. Will find out for us.
I'm certain they didn't.
It was at least the championship game.
Maybe.
I think it was a championship game, yeah, but not.
Definitely not Super Bowl.
But they have the point I'm trying to make is they have
back with MGD, right?
No,
Maurice Jones-Drew? No,
not even that far back.
No.
they went to the championship game like within the last 5 years, 6 years
with Jalen Ramsey and that.
Yeah, the AFC Championship game against the Patriots.
Yeah,
they were winning that game too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was what year was it? It was pretty. What year is it? It says 2018.
So, and they still have pieces from that team. That's all I'm saying. I think they fixed the O-line. They've got 2 running backs. Etienne's hurt for the year. They got him next year. They've got receivers all over the place.
Yeah.
And I think Lawrence is in the best situation going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
unless Lance starts playing. Like
I kind of like Chicago's situation though.
No, Chicago is terrible.
Minus the coaching staff.
Chicago has zero money in cap space to do anything, so they won't be able to add to that team. And the pieces they have obviously aren't good enough.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Trevor Lawrence is in the best situation. You never know because like New England spent a lot of money, and typically teams that spend a lot of money in free agency don't do well for the regular season. And I 100% agree with you. Chicago is capped out. Like they're just capped out, and it's we've seen
with aging players too.
Yes, and we've seen some untradeable contracts be traded, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done for that Chicago team. So I think it really depends on the quarterbacks. Like some of them, like Jordan Love, is he ever going to play in the NFL?
Well, once Aaron Rodgers leaves next year,
they might just draft somebody else.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers looked pretty pumped to be in Green Bay the other day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
He also looked pretty pumped to be on Jeopardy too.
His tone has totally changed from
winning will do that.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, they've been winning for a long time.
And there's a lot of money
for a long time
on the stakes, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for some of these quarterbacks because they come in a lot of hype. And
Justin Fields threw for 1 yard, guys.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Zach Wilson's thrown like how many interceptions already?
Okay, but like part of that is also coaching staff too.
Of course.
Like Matt Nagy, whatever. Like he's terrible.
Yeah, the Bears are in just a
like
mess.
I don't understand. Like, and I'm just gonna go on a bit of a sidebar, but like pro sports likes to recycle a lot of their coaches. Like, how does John Tortorella still have a job? He's a terrible coach, right? Things like that. He's a terrible coach.
That's debatable.
Okay, look, he's good with the X's and O's, bad with the players. Everywhere he's gone, right? There's always coaches that just get recycled.
That sounds like a player softy problem.
No, come on.
His teams go to the playoffs every year,
but they end up hating him. Like Jose Mourinho, like 2 years and he's done. Right? Because just my point is, it's got to be more than just the quarterback's fault.
Of course.
Yeah.
But my point is that exactly, right? It's more. Of course, it's more than the quarterback's fault. But it's like give him a chance to learn, so he doesn't just like get thrown into the fire. Like it's just unfair. It's unfair to them. So
some people say learn by trial by fire, right?
Yeah. Well, like throwing Justin Fields against what's the Browns lineman there? That's amazing.
Garrett.
Myles Garrett. Like that's just evil. That's evil. And sacked 9 times. It's incredible.
Like that's just gonna kill his confidence.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's just obviously there's thoughts to it. But anyways, let's
Nice.
keep going here, boys. What's next?
I think we should wrap up with fantasy options. What do you think?
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
You guys
Let's do
are the
it.
fantasy gurus.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
depends who you
Currently, you're right there with Drew, just sitting outside of the playoffs. I'm just saying. But yeah, sure. Let's talk some
ask.
fantasy options here.
Let me just put a pause on that, because in the long term, I might go 8-8 or 50% if I'm lucky. But top 3 QBs for this week. Who's gonna have big games? Why don't you go first, Drew?
You want me to give my top 3?
Yeah. Who would you, if you gotta pick fantasy? Who are you picking?
Well,
Look at the matchups.
I think Tom Brady has a big day.
Yeah.
Obviously. I think Baker Mayfield is a sneaky play this week.
Ooh.
The Vikings defense is terrible. And
No Jarvis.
OBJ's back. He's got a couple good tight ends there.
Yeah, it could be all right.
And the 2 running backs out of the backfield catch balls too. And then I like either quarterback from the Rams or Cardinals game, like Kyler or Matthew Stafford. I think people forget about how good Matthew Stafford really is.
In fact,
he's
he was
so good.
buried in Detroit for forever.
Yeah,
So
he's
good.
got serious weapons,
Yeah.
and yeah.
He's
So-
a free man. I like it.
Go ahead.
Dan?
I was gonna add in. Well, obviously Josh Allen's gonna kill it against Houston, but look out for a sneaky Joe Burrow game tomorrow night. He's got
Oh,
Jacksonville on.
interesting, yeah.
I could see him throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So,
Oh, sure you could.
and I'm predicting that right now, Drew. 300 yards, 3 touchdowns minimum.
Minimum.
Jamar Chase.
Wow.
Jamar Chase is getting another 2 touchdowns. He's a stud. I'm
Where's
also
that
saying
horn button?
look out for a sneaky Ryan Tannehill game as well.
Okay.
With them playing the Jets, he's gonna get the passing game going. Julio, if those 2 touchdowns weren't called back as throws, he would have had a good week last week. So Ryan Tannehill, he's picking it up right now.
Since you guys covered a lot, I'm going to pick one. I'm thinking Jameis.
Jameis.
I think he's going to have a good game.
Jameis.
Jameis.
Yeah,
I love that name. It's such a fun name to say. Any wide receivers coming to mind for this week?
It's so hard to pick wide receivers. You never know.
Yeah.
You never.
Is
Give me
it-
one.
No.
Give me one under the radar, or somebody you think is gonna do decent this week.
Looking at matchups. Well, I don't know. You go first, Dan.
I was looking at the same thing. This is crazy. Like, obviously, there's the obvious ones, like that. But
Yeah, we're talking sneaky ones. Like guys can
Sneaky
pick
ones.
up off the waiver wire.
Can we do? Oh yeah, pick up. I like. I know they're playing Cleveland this week, but I like Kendrick Osborne on Minnesota.
Okay.
I don't know. That's kind of he's probably on your waiver wire.
Yeah. The guy you could pick up. Well, he's probably not on the waiver wire, but Michael Pittman Jr. from the Colts.
Pascal.
Cole Beasley from the Bills is always. He seems to be always available in leagues, but he's really good, consistent.
Especially with PPR, like, pick him up.
That's fair. I'm thinking. I honestly don't even know. Marvin Jones from the Bengals. Cole Beasley, we already talked about.
Marvin Jones plays for the Jacksonville, but yeah, with
Why
Trevor
it says
Lawrence.
at Bengals? Sorry, he's
Yeah.
playing at the. Yeah. My bad. Marvin Jones. You already talked about Cole Beasley. Maybe Emmanuel Sanders. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Emmanuel
This is-
Sanders. I like it.
Yeah. This is kind of I like fantasy football, but I also don't like fantasy football because there's just so many options to choose from, right? And that's what makes it
That's
so
the
interesting.
fun.
I know,
That's the
I know,
fun.
but it's like at least in basketball, I know there's a smaller group to choose from.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's wrap this bad boy up.
All right. Let's wrap it up. How are we wrapping it up, Coach? Or
God
Drew?
the Father, guys. God the Father. You guys have a little more, let's say, an easier time of talking about your faith since you're both reverends. Me, myself, have a bit of a harder time. So God the Father is kind of one of the easiest things to slap on our shirt. Just talks about your faith. It's a good conversation starter. Bought Pops 2 shirts. He loves them. Yeah, and if you know Jonathan, you know he likes to talk about God, and he doesn't need a conversation starter. But he's enjoying the shirts and looking to add a few more to his collection. If you are in the same boat, looking to add some nice merch and spread the word of God around, godthefather.com. Check them out. Sports Revs 15. Get a little discount, and we get them real quick. And we'll have to get Jonathan to take a few pictures. I think we still haven't taken any pictures of him, but we'll tell him to bring the shirts when he comes to visit over Thanksgiving. Let's wrap this bad boy up, guys. What's going on this week?
Nothing.
Wow, awesome.
This
Great.
is the calm. It's the calm before the storm, before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Are your churches doing anything specific for Thanksgiving, or that you can give away right now?
We're just trying to figure out if we could be open. That's sort of a week to week game right
we
now.
will do some hamper giveaways. We usually do some families that are in need. We do turkey baskets basically, and a basket that basically they can cook a turkey meal in a easier way, because even some people don't have ovens down where we live. So we'd make it possible for them. So we do a few of those for sure, and we usually do a big football game on Friday with the youth, and it's usually most of the youth don't know, they only know basketball, all right, or soccer. So teaching them football rules is pretty funny. It takes me 10 minutes to get them organized. When we start, that just turns into a giant tackle fest, and it's just chaos, but it's a good time.
Sounds fun.
So we'll try that again. We're going to try it again. Football Friday.
Contacts just in time.
Perfect. What about you, Coach? You got anything going on?
Nope, just working on my application for the coaching thing, get that sorted out, and looking forward to Mom and Pop's coming into town this weekend.
Papa and Mama Chandran. Let's go. Butter chicken, baby. Let's go.
I'm looking forward to some home cooked meals. Uber Eats has been too much. All
right. Well, world, thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Wait for it.